Hello my lovely people, I'm Zoha and welcome to Zoha Insight. I hope you all are doing great and are in best of your health. In today's video, I'll be talking about this really gorgeous lip tint that I have on right now. That is from Etude House. This is Etude House Fixing Tint review and swatch video, of course. But these three shades they added recently on Nykaa. So I got my hands on all three shades, plus I also have one more shade from their previous shade range. So we'll be talking about this formula, the shades, swatches and everything is there in this particular video. So if you're interested, keep on watching. Well, a few months back, I also got my hands on Etude House Glow Fixing Tints that are my absolute favorite. Oh my god, I use them every single day. So I got my hands on all 7 shades that are available in India, of course. So video link is there in description box. All the details are mentioned in that particular video. So if you're interested in glow fixing tint, you can refer that video. And this particular one is actually matte fixing tint. And purchase links of all the products will be mentioned in description box for your ease. So don't forget to check. Do let me know your favorite shade from this video. I would love to know. And yeah, now without further ado, let's get started with the review and then swatches. Alright, so Etude House Matte Fixing Tint is having 15 shades available in India, out of which these 3 are newly added and the packaging is bit changed, of course. And this is the previous packaging. I think they revamped the packaging of older shades as well. Let's talk about the formulation of these lip tints and of course longevity, that is must. So these lip tints are having a really unique jelly mousse kind of a formula, more of a moussey, less of a jelly kind of a formula at first. But when you apply, when it sets on your lips, it adapts to your lips really well and gives you a really nice powder matte finish, but not very powdery. It is more of like a matte finish, but looks velvety on lips, but settles beautifully onto the lips with a really nice hydro matte finish. Like it is hydrating on lips and doesn't dry out, it doesn't feel crusty on lips. That is actually very great. I am using all 4 shades from past few weeks, so I have a good idea that how these actually performs with food and longevity and everything. It really survives a good one wholesome meal, but with sophisticated eating, of course, and a good coffee. It survives that. Few weeks back, I shared about this on my Instagram stories. If you want to stay updated about the testing of the product, some new really cool offers, you can consider following me on my Instagram. Here is my Instagram handle at Zoha Insight. So you can consider following me there for makeup looks and quick reviews as well. So these lip tints are like go-to. They are very comfortable. They set beautifully. They are very long lasting. It can differ as per shades. If a shade is very pale, the longevity is really good, around 5-6 hours for that. But if the shade is a little deeper, it leaves a really good stain, like a prominent stain on lips. So the longevity is really nice. I've seen a really nice longevity with these 2 shades, that is 14 and 16, Rose Lilac and Baked Pecan. They are something that lasts for like good 8 to 9 hours, that is entire day, that means 8 hours. So in terms of longevity as well, they are really good. You can apply it as a stain for a little bit of a coverage, for a little bit of a stain look. It looks very natural, not at all crusty and not at all drying on lips. Of course, I would recommend you to go ahead and prep your lips beautifully before going in with any lip color, because that changes the entire lip look game, of course. So do consider prepping your lips beautifully before going in with any lip color, especially the matte lip colors. That's very important. I've observed that this particular formula is actually matte but yet very comfortable. It settles onto the lips between 1 to 3 minutes depending on the kind of amount you have applied on the lips, like a product. If you want to apply a stain, it will like settle onto your lips in a minute. But if you're applying a really nice opaque consistency, opaque finish, you want, it will take good 2 to 3 minutes to completely settle on lips. And then I would prefer you to just go ahead and dab it a few times on tissue to take off excess product if there is any, and after that it won't transfer onto the cups and mugs and anywhere. So yeah, that's really good. Once I experienced that after having a lot of oily food, it faded a little bit from the inner portion, so I tried to touch it up and it was really easy without making the lips crusty. Also, the formula doesn't smudge, doesn't budge around your lip lines. This is actually a mask proof formulation, so if you are wearing a mask underneath, this is not going to budge, smudge or transfer. If you're someone who is looking forward to have a really nice comfortable matte formula of lip tint that lasts onto your lips really well and gives a beautiful stain, deeper shades, prominent stain, lighter shades gonna give you a really nice soft stain on lips. So if you're looking forward to have something like this in your collection that is comfortable and long lasting as well, plus doesn't transfer, doesn't smudge, doesn't budge at all, you can consider these lip stains from lip tints from Etude House Fixing Tint range, the matte ones. Now let's talk about the shades, and meanwhile I'll share the swatches, show you the transfer test, hand swatch, everything. So let's begin. The very first shade from Etude House Matte Fixing Tint range is from their older shade range collection, that is 07 Cranberry Plum. This is actually a really nice, beautiful, unique pink shade. It is not very warm and not very cool, somewhere in between. It is kind of a neutral pink shade. It gives a really nice, fresh, blooming and glowing complexion look. Overall, I feel very confident in myself whenever I'm wearing this particular shade, and it is actually very long lasting and looks beautiful. You can see with little bit of opacity, it looks stunning, very good everyday wear sort of a stain I got. But if I build it up, the opacity, it is gonna look really nice. Good pout I got, but the lips are not at all feeling drying. It has given this really nice velvety matte finish onto the lips, and it is actually very comfortable. You can also see the transferability. It doesn't transfer much. That is great. Of course, I would prefer you to dab your lips on tissue a little bit so that excess product, if there is any, comes off and the stain remains as it is for long hours. This particular shade is not very warm and not very cool. It's not very cranberry or not very plum. Like, it is somewhere in between. Really beautiful, a perfect slightly medium to deep kind of a pink shade that is gonna suit on all skin tone beauties beautifully. So you can definitely consider this shade because it looks stunning. Now let's move ahead with the three newly added shades in this range. The very first one from that, I'm swatching 15 Woody Pink. It is again a really nice mauve pink. It is not very purplish or very cool. It is like a very soft mauvey pink lip color. It's not very in your face, very purplish or very warm purple sort of a mauve. It is very subtle and beautiful mauvey pink. I really like how it actually feels on a day-to-day basis, and this is again something that's going to suit on pale, fair, light to medium and tan skin tone beauties beautifully. If you are a deeper skin tone beauty and you want to slay this shade, of course go ahead with a really nice lip liner that is gonna give a really nice contour to your lips, and the lip pout gonna look beautiful. And you saw that transferability on this particular lip tint shade is very much less as compared to the other shades that I'll be sharing after this. So this is again a really beautiful shade to have if you are a mauve pink lover. If you are a cool undertone or neutral undertone skin beauty, this particular shade is going to look really fresh and blooming on you. And on warm skin tone beauties, it is going to look much more subtle and sophisticated and not overpowering on skin, which is again really great. So you can give it a try. Now the next shade is actually my personal favorite for nude lip look, because I really love to wear a really nice sophisticated brownish nude on day-to-day basis. So this is the shade 16 Baked Pecan. It applies like a rusty brown on lips, but when I soften this, it looks like more of a warm caramelly nude, but it's not too much warm. It is more towards the neutral side, but not very neutral. Like, it is warm but not very neutral, somewhere in between, a really beautiful balanced shade. And it also has a really nice pink undertone in it that looks very fresh and presentable. So I really love this on a day-to-day basis, and of course after building it up, it looks very opaque and prominent. It transfers a little bit, so again I would prefer you to dab on the tissue a little bit, and after that you are good to go, because we took off any excess product and it looks absolutely stunning and super confident. With a little bit of a liner, with the mascara, slight bit of blush, it looks really nice, sophisticated, confident on skin. So I really feel good after wearing this particular shade, and this is something, as per the opacity you apply, gonna suit on almost all skin tone beauties. If you are a deep rich skin tone beauty, you can pair this up with a dark chocolate lip liner. It is gonna look stunning. Now the next shade, all of you beauties who love to wear such gorgeous unique rosy shades, because this particular one is 14 Rose Lilac. It looks very unique and stunning. I have never seen a shade like this ever. Like, it is so beautiful. It looks like a Indian rose. If you have seen Desi Gulab, it looks very much like that on lips. So very fresh and confident. The entire complexion looks very bright. So I really like that, how it actually feels onto my lips and how it makes my complexion appear. Like, it is just so fresh looking. I know it is deeper. You can apply a little bit, just blend it with the help of your fingertips or brush. It is gonna give you a really nice purplish pink, beautiful rosy shade, like a stain on your lips. And if you build it up for that prominent opacity, go ahead, do that, because it looks so stunning and it is not overpowering. It actually looks like a statement shade, very unique, very beautiful. More of a rosy shade with hints of a lilac in it. It looks really nice. I know it looks much more purple on the wand, but it is something that settles like more of a rosy pink with a little bit of a lilac hint. It is actually very unique. If you want to have something that with a bit of stain, it should look fresh, go ahead with this particular shade, and should look confident with the opacity. Go ahead with this shade only, because this is something that's going to suit on all skin tone beauties beautifully. And not to forget, since this is a deeper shade with purple hints, that is actually quite tough to formulate in such a great feel that, you know, Etude has done a great job for that. It transfers a little bit, like a good amount it transfers, but I would highly recommend you to wait for more than 3 minutes for it to set on your lips. Dab excess product, just see how the lip look is. If you're comfortable, it is looking great for you, go ahead with that, because dabbing the tissue will help you with the transferability. It won't transfer much after that. So you got to see all the swatches, like hand swatches with a little bit of a tint, more opacity, with the tissue, the transferability, everything you saw in this particular clip. If you're curious, the lip color that I have on right now, entire video while I'm speaking, is actually a combination of these two shades. That is Woody Pink, yeah, and Baked Pecan, shade number 15 and shade number 16. I've applied a little bit onto my lips and just blended with the help of fingertips, and this is the shade that I got. And few days back, I applied this particular shade, Rose Lilac. I updated about this on my Instagram. I think there is a whitey shot also available. So I had a good sizzler sandwich, white pasta and hot chocolate. I think, yeah, that's pretty much it. I like to treat myself with such food once in a while. So I had all these things and it does not budge. A little bit from the inner portion, but it was not too much, because the stain remains. It is very prominent and it looks like even appearance onto the lips. Of course, sophisticated eating is must with such velvety tints. In daytime, I had a light meal, so it survived that as well. So it is actually very good. With a little bit of a munching and a good wholesome meal, it can survive, and a beverage, of course. Well, I'm not someone who minds if my lip color transfers a little bit or if it comes off from the inner portion after having a wholesome meal. But of course, many a times we want to look put together, and a perfect lip look we want. So the, touch up is really good. I did that and it was again very fresh lip look appearing. So yeah, that's again a plus. And one more thing, in hot humid summer weather, it survived beautifully without smudging. that's great, and of course in AC it's gonna look great. Even after having a really nice gripping matte formula, this is not heavy and drying on lips. Like, it is so lightweight and makes lips very soft and velvety looking. Yeah, you can see it looks really nice, soft, and feels really good, very lightweight. So this entire thing actually amazed me. One more thing, the shade range is actually very beautiful. It is not something that caters to a particular age group, that I really like, because they have some really nice pale, beige, nude, pinks, mauves, you know, orange, deeper shades. So if you're a teenage beauty, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, all age group can wear these beautiful lippies, and you can look beautiful with or without lip color, of course. Absolutely beautiful. So Etude House Matte Fixing Tints are priced at 950 rupees for 4 grams of quantity. And of course, you will get great deal on Nykaa Tira. So whenever you get good deal and whichever shade suits you the best, you can go ahead and shop. From my side, of course, a huge thumbs up to these Etude House Matte Fixing Tints. I love Korean lip products. They just never disappoint, and they look absolutely stunning on lips. So if you have tried any shade, do let me know your favorite shade from this range in comment box. I would love to know. And if you're excited to try, do let me know your favorite shade from this particular video that you are eager to try. Again, I would love to know about it. And I hope you found this video enjoying and helpful. If you did, then don't forget to like, share, comment your beautiful words, and subscribe for more such videos. I'll see you soon in my next one. Till then, take care. Bye.